All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go racing. Up front will be Jeremy Gardner and Clay Kirchenbauer. Patrick Gitter, Blake Viken on the second row, Justin Swafford and Jeffrey Goodpaster on the third. Pudge Nowski and Colby Whipple on the fourth row, Richie Joplin, PJ Cox rounding out the top 10. Tyler Ott and Brandon Newby 11th and 12th. Patrick Pieper in 13th, Ryan McDaniel in 14th with that lucky four-leaf clover. Jacob Morgan in 15th, Lance Sponberg in 16th. Jared Woodard starts 17th, Jeremy Edwards in 18th. Brody Green starts 19th, and Russell Worth starts in 20th. Make sure you drop in the comments, let your favorite driver know you're cheering for him. It's cutoff night, 5 drivers advance. Let's hear some cheers from the stands as the drivers get ready to roll off pit road. Clay is ready to go. There we go. Some of the drivers are aiming for the cameraman here. That was not a good thing. Hopefully he got out of the way. A loose handling race car here tonight. These guys are going to have their hands full out on track. Looks like we're going to have a delay to give everybody a moment. Richie Joplin is dropping to the back. I do believe that was Richie that pulled over. No, he's pulling back up in line. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, invite your friends and family to come watch. This is gonna be epic. And let's hear your predictions in the comments as well. Barney is a little confused here. Pete telling Colby Whipple, show no mercy. Colby Whipple tied for that transition spot. I do not think we'll see anybody pull a Chastain here at Homestead, but you just never know. I'd be willing to bet at least 1 or 2 drivers has tested it at some point this week. All right, they're going to go green this time by. The driver's pulling the seat belts tight, checking that steering wheel one more time. I'm making sure we've got oxygen and water here because I have a feeling we're going to need it before this one is over. Pace car is in. Here we go. Barney drops the green. They're underway at Homestead. And Gitter shoots up the gap into 1. Gitter going for the lead early. Remember, he is not locked in. Kirchenbauer up by the wall. Viken making a move. These guys in the playoffs, they know it's cutoff night. They are getting aggressive. Pudge is on the march. Richie Joplin right up on the wall. A lot of guys practiced being inches off the wall doing the whole lap line. We got 4 wide down the front. Now they got down to 3 wide into 1. Man, everybody is going for it here. Gitter quickly takes the lead here, but Gardner in second. Swafford in third. Swafford another one, sits fourth in points. Does look like Swafford has a big enough points gap there. Him and Patrick Gitter may have enough points to keep themselves in it. Gitter actually 60 points ahead of Swafford. Viken has his hands full of Nowski, and look at Clay. What a power move off turn 2. Clay Kirchenbauer had been dropping back early on, gets up on that high line through 1 and 2, just charges by. Oh, Pudge a little loose in 3. A lot of guys talking about with this loose setup, that bump in turn 3, it can be devastating here tonight. Richie Joplin, another playoff driver. Colby Whipple also. Oh, Colby a little loose. Loose is the word of the night here. As Gitter out to an 0.8 of a second lead over Gardner. Swafford in third, Viken in fourth, Kirchenbauer in fifth. Hutch sitting in sixth now. Richie back up into seventh. Tyler Ott to 8th. Whipple in ninth. Goodpaster and Newbie battling it out with Pieper for 10th. They're 3 wide off turn 2. Pieper gets that massive run off turn 2 like we saw Clay get a couple laps ago. And there is a very real possibility that we see green flag runs except for the stage breaks here tonight. Homestead has a tendency to stay green for long periods of time. Gardner and Gitter and Gardner out front. Swafford in third. Viken in fourth. Clay in fifth. A lot of battling outside of the top 5. Pudge trying to work his way up on the high side. Pieper up 3 spots into the top 10. Newbie battling for that top 10 spot. Newbie came in tonight 10th in points. Said he's got a win to get in here tonight. He is just under 50 points out of the top 5. A win is his best bet. Oh! Pieper loose off 4. He saves it. That got very, very close for Patrick Pieper. And although he lost 3 spots in that incident, loose off 2 as well. He manages to save the car. Jeremy Edwards up 4 spots into 14th. Russell Worth, who started at the tail end of the field, is marching his way up 3 spots into 17th. Ryan McDaniel holding on back in 18th spot. Meanwhile, Gitter still out front. Gardner sits second, Swafford in third, Viken in fourth. Kirchenbauer in fifth, Pudge in sixth, Richie in seventh. Tyler Ott now up to 8th. Whipple in 9th. Goodpaster in 10th. Patrick Gitter, while not being locked in by a win, pretty much locking himself in by points coming into tonight. He is 60 points ahead of Justin Swafford and 90 points ahead of Richie Joplin. It would take a miracle for him to not be in the playoffs. Good evening, Sean. How's it going, buddy? Jeremy, Pieper loose again as Jeremy Edwards goes by. Peeper now holds on to 13. He's loose again. Hold on to her, Peeper. Wow. Great save. You know what? Patrick Peeper should probably get an award for, I don't know, best hands in the race. Man. That car has been completely out of shape multiple times, and he's still holding on to it. Happy birthday, Sean! Hey, everybody drop in the comments. Give Sean Lesperance a happy birthday. So, Sean, it being your birthday, who is your pick to win here tonight? Get her out front, but Gardner's starting to reel him back in now. Swafford's still there. Blake Viken in fourth, and Pudge now into the top 5. Pudge doing what he needs to do to get into the final championship race. But right behind him, Tyler Ott, Clay Kirchenbauer battling out. Oh, Clay gets the wall. Richie Joplin right behind him. It looks like Clay has been wall riding a bit. Right side of that car, a little scratched up. Gonna see a lot of drivers up there by the wall. Heard several drivers. You see just how much Clay's car is scratched up. Several drivers talking about running low line early, high line late. But everybody said the same thing. If you can run the high line all night, you'll be the fastest around here. Brad Hunt giving Sean a happy birthday. Sean picking Patrick Gitter for the win. Hudge up right in the wall. We'll have to see if we can get a look at the right side of his car. Whoa, was that Whipple? That was Whipple making a power move off turn 4. Dropping down underneath Morgan. 3 wide through turn 2. Oh, Morgan is way out of shape. Heard some of the drivers talking about the car tightens up over the long run, but not a lot. Plus, once you factor in tire wear, the car might tighten up, but it may be sliding already by the point that it does. Morgan falling back to 14th now. Peeper, despite drifting around most of this track, still holds 13th. Now Peeper back to 14th. Morgan finds some speed off turn 2. He's making his way forward. PJ Cox, another driver in the position. He could be eliminated from the playoffs and the championship race here tonight. PJ currently sits 11th. Pudge about to have his hands full. Richie Joplin, who started back in 15th, is now to Pudge's back bumper. Looks down to the inside. Oh, Pudge has some scratches. Oh, Pudge is loose. Pudge has some scratches down the right side of that car. He's been kissing the wall a little bit as well. Gitter still out front, but his lead continues to shrink. Gardner slowly reeling him in. Stage points tonight could be you. Wow! Swafford wicked loose off turn 4 rather. Viken in 4th. Richie Joplin now past Pudge to 5th, but look at the crowd right behind him. And I think Pudge kissed the wall off the turn there. And what about Jeremy Edwards? Started back in 18th, is in 11th. Looking underneath Pudge, looking to make it 3 wide for 10th. Edwards slides by Pudge, now into 10th place. Pudge back to 11th. Pudge might have the best view of the track right now as Edwards up in the wall. Let's take, oh, Edwards loose off 4. Let's take a lap around in Pudge's car. Off into turn 1, he shoots it to the bottom. You see how much he's having to work that wheel. And work the throw, Pudge is loose. Oh, Pudge is headed to the wall. Caution is out. Looks like there was more to this one than meets the eye. Let's back this up a little bit. Looks like Patrick Pieper had an issue. Looks like Pieper may have been blinking and pulled down off the track. Let's take a look at Pudge's incident here. In 1 and 2, gets loose up on the high side, almost saves it. And wow, what a close call that was. First caution of the night. See if we can get a closer look. Pudge managed to be on the brakes pretty hard. Does have a little right front damage. And a lot of drivers on pit road, but not the top 3. Patrick Gitter, Jeremy Gardner, Justin Swafford, Richie Joplin, Jacob Morgan, PJ Cox, Brandon Newby all stay out. Russell Worth stays out. Jarrett Woodard staying out. Justin Swafford has a 27-point lead over Richie and Colby coming into the night. See how he's feeling about the race. Hey, Justin, it's Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, looks like you boys have your hands full out there tonight.
Yeah, these cars are slipping and sliding. It's like they're on ice out here.
Seen you drifted out of 4 a couple of times there, too.
Yeah, playing with it a little bit, seeing how far we could test it. Thankfully, we haven't slid her out yet, but we're going to try not to do that too much because I think we're burning that right rear a little too much.
Now, coming into tonight, obviously 4th in points. You got a 27-point gap coming in over Richie and Colby. Can you stay up far enough or get the win here tonight to keep yourself into championship hopes for next week?
Yeah, I mean, with last week's race, we did, finish terrible. I think we finished like 2 laps down, back in like 12th or something. So points are definitely going to matter this week. Ultimately, it's going to be we want to get the win. But, I mean, if I can stay right here and just finish the race, I'll be happy with that.
Well, man, a great run so far. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
Swafford currently sits 3rd on track, 4th in the points. Now, because some of these drivers have been burning that right rear up, we're seeing a lot of sliding out there. Restarts here will be interesting. And remember, this is not the stage break. They'll have 4 or 5 laps to the stage break. Some of these guys back behind on fresh tires might have a shot at charging through here, getting a stage win. Nowski did stay on pit road an extra amount of time, giving his team time to get the car fixed up. Looks like he is good to go. You know, years ago when they redid Homestead, I was not a fan when they first reopened this track with this configuration. You gotta love it now. What a race we have seen so far, and we're just getting started. Makes me wonder, have you hit the like button and the share button and brought your friends and family to come watch? This is about to be one heck of a show. I think we might, there has to be concerns about tire spin on this restart. Guys are going to have to be extra careful at the front. The guys on fresh tires, they're going to have a big opportunity. We saw that first lap into turn one. Guys shot the gap, came up the middle, came to the inside, went everywhere there was a hole. Tina Root cheering on Ryan McDaniel. Ryan holding that four-leaf clover tonight, hoping to break the bad luck streak. Getter fires, green is in the air. Ryan sent me a picture earlier today holding that, oh, we've got a big wreck behind. Colby Whipple is in it. Caution is out again. This likely will be scored as the stage break. Looks like Whipple spins the tires. He collects Pudge and Edwards. I think Goodpaster was caught in it. Guess who wasn't caught in it? Watch Ryan McDaniel. I believe he got through this one clean. Sure enough, Ryan McDaniel is in the perfect position to avoid all the chaos. He made it through. He's going to pick up several spots on that. He's been riding around most of the night. As everybody comes to pit road, this will be the stage break. Patrick Gitter gets the stage win. Viken Kirchenbauer, Jarrett Woodard, Patrick Pieper all stopped on that previous pits, under that previous caution. They got fresh tires. They are going to stay out here. Really curious to see how Ryan McDaniel does coming off pit road here. Left sides are up. We'll see if his four-leaf clover helps him out here tonight. But Blake Viken up front with Clay Kirchenbauer. Jarrett Woodard has some right front damage to that car. We'll see, does he come in for repairs here? Let's see if we can get a quick word with Ryan. Actually, I do not see Ryan available to interview. Lights go out on the pace cars. Everybody stacks back up to begin stage number 2. And I think by that stage win, Patrick Gitter has more or less essentially locked himself into the playoffs. With that 10 bonus points. Swafford's 8-point bonus will help him as well. Nobody on old tires here. Pace car drops in. Here we go. Stage number 2. They fire it green in the air. No problems this time. Pudge did get that car fully repaired. Colby Whipple fully repaired as well, but both drivers now don't have a fast repair. They've got to be extra careful. Beacon getting a good jump on the field. Getter in second. Kirchenbauer back up to third, and Pieper in fourth. We'll keep a close eye on Pieper. That first stage, he was Tokyo drifting at Homestead. There he gets loose again. Off 2. He was struggling with the handling. Richie Joplin, Justin Swafford, 7th and 8th. Jacob Morgan in 9th. Jeffrey Goodpaster in 10th. Pieper now back to 5th. Gardner has gotten by. Now here comes Tyler Ott. Tyler Ott has been on the verge of winning multiple. Oh, close call. Back behind between PJ Cox and Jacob Morgan. Whipple just goes flying by. Oh, Whipple's right rear may have kissed the wall there, but he keeps his foot in it. Blake Viken's lead starting to diminish. Patrick Gitter closing in. Kirchenbauer back there. Gardner now in 4th. Pieper in 5th. Tyler Ott in 6th. Has Richie Joplin in 7th. Here comes Swafford and Goodpaster, though. Back behind, Jacob Morgan, Colby Whipple, both still charging. PJ Cox is there. Jeremy Edwards is there as well. I do believe Ryan McDaniel is playing it safe out there, watching his lap times. His lap time, his fastest lap, equal to those of the leaders. I think he's playing it safe. He knows he's got that good luck charm in the car, and he knows there's going to be chaos waiting for stage 3 before he makes his move. As Patrick Gitter goes back to the lead. Blake Viken now in 2nd. Clay Kirchenbauer is 3rd. Gardner in 4th. Tyler Ott in 5th. Battling back from 5th on back. It is nothing but dogfights. Pieper going at it with Swafford now. That's the battle for 6th. Swafford to the bottom, Pieper on the high side. Richie Joplin and Jeffrey Goodpaster right behind. Morgan has closed back in. Whipple sitting right behind in 11th. PJ Cox in 12th. Ryan McDaniel, Lance Spawnberg rounding out the field. Jarrett Woodard on pit road, may be done for the night. Now, he is still sitting there. Hopefully, Jarrett will get back out. Meanwhile, back up front, Justin Swafford has cracked back into the top 5. Ott has finally cleared Pieper, and look at Morgan coming. Jacob Morgan started at 15th, now up into, was in 8th, now battling Goodpaster for 8th. Richie Joplin still holding on to the top 10. A little bobble out of Richie there off 4. Jeremy Edwards back in 12th, had a big charge early. Can he come back again? Whipple starting to fade a little bit. Could be a tire conservation move. All the drivers saying they can make it 34 to 36 laps on a tank of fuel. The guys who pitted on lap 23 and 24 under that caution should have had enough caution laps. They can go the distance to the end of the stage break at lap 60, but it could be close. Viken still holding on to second, Gardner in third. Clay Kirchenbauer now in fourth. Swafford in fifth. Jacob Morgan has gotten through that big crowd. He's now up into sixth. Now he just needs to keep that car in front of PJ Cox, Pujanowski, and Colby Whipple. And Richie Joplin. That is his one shot at getting into it. 5 drivers will advance after tonight. 2 of them came into the race locked in. Patrick Gitter is, after the stage win, is essentially locked in due to points. So really 2 other drivers are looking for their shot here tonight. 4th and 5th. 4th place coming in was Justin Swafford. Richie Joplin, Colby Whipple tied for 5th. And they are racing on track as well. Colby currently in 12th. Richie Joplin in 13th. This could be a battle for the 5th place spot in the championship race. Pujanowski lurking back behind in 14th after heavy repairs. Gardner now up to 3rd, setting his sights on Blake Viken. Gardner also running laps equal to that of the leader. Clay Kirchenbauer sits in 4th, Swafford in 5th. The field starting to spread out for the first time tonight. Tyler Ott trying to run in Jeffrey Goodpaster, but Jeremy hang on to her. Jeremy Edwards up to 9th after starting at 18th. Jeremy rarely qualifies in these races, comes from the back quite often, and is constantly in the fight for the win. If he starts qualifying going into the next season, the rest of the field could be in significant trouble. And Steve is out here cheering on Blakey Poo Snickerdoodle Boo Boo. I absolutely love Blake Viken's nicknames. Blake about to be in trouble as our points leader Jeremy Gardner has closed up to the bumper. Gardner all over, started to turn down a little bit. Looked like the car didn't want to turn quite that quickly. It almost came loose on him, but he gets underneath Blakey Poo off into turn 1 and comes to 2nd place. Now sets his sights on Patrick Gitter, who he's been reeling in for the last several laps. Swafford sits in 4th, Kirchenbauer in 5th. Jacob Morgan doing exactly what he needs to do here tonight. Oh, Clay is loose. Man, he holds on. Jeremy Edwards has crashed. Let's see what happened. Where this started with Edwards. Guess we gotta go a little bit further back. Jeremy Edwards off of turn 2, just gets loose on him, hard on the brakes, gets the inside wall just a little bit, tries to get the car up to speed again, and it just snaps loose on him again. He does get the car rolling again, but Edwards looked like he had some heavy left side damage. Ryan McDaniel, quick update, up to 17th, but watch, I do believe he is waiting for stage 3. He has been playing it very, very safe here in the early going. 10 laps until the stage break. Patrick Gitter still in the lead, but that lead a moment ago was over 2 seconds. Jeremy Gardner has cut it in half. It cut it by more than half. He's now down to 1 second behind with 10 laps left to go. I think Gardner can reel him in. Viken holds on to 3rd. Swafford holds on to 4th for the moment, but Jacob Morgan came into tonight 9th in points rather. Currently runs in 5th after starting in 15th, charging towards the front. So far, Jacob Morgan is the biggest mover of the race. Edwards was battling for that title as well until that incident, but don't count Jeremy Edwards out just yet. He'll get that car fixed under that stage break pit stop. He'll be charging back through the field. Now that last stage will be 65 laps. They will have to make a pit stop in that last stage. Swafford for the moment holds on to 4th place. Morgan right there. Kirchenbauer now back in 6th. Tyler Ott back to 7th. Jeffrey Goodpaster in 8th. 9th is PJ Cox. Patrick Pieper holds on to 10th, but here comes Pudge. Pudge trying to find a way around Pieper here. Pudge, massive run. Oh, Pieper is way loose. Pudge easily gets by. I think Pieper might be the driver struggling the most with that loose handling race car, but you got to give the guy credit. He has had some epic saves here tonight. Richie Joplin right on Pieper's back bumper, and look at this move. Whipple down to the bottom. Newbie just shoots by everybody. Oh, Richie tries to cross back over. Whipple loose off 2. Newbie and Richie Joplin nose to tail, trying to run down Pudge. Pudge currently sitting in 10th. PJ Cox currently sitting in 9th. Jeffrey Goodpaster in 8th. Tyler Ott in 7th is running down Clay Kirchenbauer. Jacob Morgan still on Swafford's back bumper, has not been able to get by yet, but as they close in on Viken, he may get an opportunity here. Caution is out for Ryan McDaniel. Oh, Ryan just breaks massively loose out of turn 4. And that is likely to be the stage break here. And Jeremy Gardner had just taken the lead. What a heartbreak for Ryan McDaniel, who was looking for some good luck here tonight and looked like he was just playing it safe for that first two stages. He'll get the car repaired and get back out for stage 3. Hopefully, he'll be able to fight his way back up to the front. And everybody is on pit road. Gardner wins stage 2. Gitter and Gardner hit their pit boxes. Who's going to be out first? Brody Green does not come to pit road. He is the only driver not on pit road. I would expect him to be in next time. Gardner rolls off pit road with the lead. Let's see if we can get a word. Hey, Jeremy, it's Doug. You got me?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, you get another stage win here, and you're obviously able to run down Gitter. Can you get to victory lane again here tonight?
If I can stay on the pace that I'm on, absolutely. That start was a little embarrassing, but a little bit of alcohol has been involved tonight, so, you know.
That does tend to happen. It's been a little bit crazy out there. We've seen a lot of guys really trying to hold on to the car. It's sliding around a lot. Is it getting any better as the run goes on?
It really just depends on how you conserve your tire. Really, that last run I did with Gitter right there, I was trying to be somewhat fast, but trying to be good on the tires. If you can save it, there's a little bit of grip, but realistically, even on good tires, it's still sliding around a lot, even on restarts on first tires. So it's a handful, but it's actually fun.
I have to think, though, getting onto pit road here is difficult at the best of times. It can get a bit tricky out there, knowing that you may have to make a green flag stop. Did you practice for that, or are you just going to send it and hope for the best?
I did not, actually. I'm just gonna hope for the best.
Well, good luck. Obviously, you're locked in to the playoffs, but a win here tonight would be huge.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it, absolutely. I've been top 2 or 3 the last 4 races, so I'm keeping up my pace and momentum.
We'll keep it up again tonight, man. Great run so far.
Appreciate it, Papa.
Thanks, Daddy. Jeremy Gardner, Brody Green did go to pit road, so Jeremy Gardner will start out front with Patrick Gitter on the high side. Blake Viken comes out third, Jacob Morgan at fourth. Justin Swafford will start fifth, Tyler Ott sixth, Jeffrey Goodpaster in seventh, Pudge now up to eighth, PJ Cox in ninth, Richie Joplin will start 10th. Colby Whipple starting back in 11th. Clay Kirchenbauer has come back down pit road. I'm guessing this is a splash of gas move here. And it definitely was. He is planning for a long green flag run here. Clay knows he is locked into the playoffs, so he is making a gutsy move here. Ryan McDaniel does get the car fixed. He is back out on pit road, currently a lap down. Hopefully he'll be able to get back on the lead lap. Just needs a single caution to get the lucky dog. Gitter won stage 2, Gitter won stage 1. Gardner wins stage 2. Now to take it to the end. Pace car is in. Here we go. Stage 3 is underway. Gardner leads him off towards turn 1. Gitter will have the highlight beacon right there with him. Morgan has been fighting his way up all night long. Down the back straightaway, top 5 goes single file. Jeffrey Goodpaster battling with Nowski. Richie Joplin down to the bottom makes it 3 wide. Fudge up top, PJ in the middle, slips back a little. As Gardner continues to lead, you know, we haven't done one thing yet tonight, so I'm going to shut up and let you guys crank it up. That is always a lot of fun. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Gardner still in the lead. Gitter in second. Viken in third. Justin Swafford in fourth. And Jacob Morgan now back to fifth. Tyler Ott currently sits sixth. Richie Joplin on the charge again up to seventh. PJ Cox currently running it. Oh, Pudge in the wall off turn 4 as Whipple comes by. Jeffrey Goodpaster in 9th, Colby Whipple now to 10th, Pudge in 11th. Whipple loses a lot of momentum through 1 and 2. Jeremy Edwards in 12th, Patrick Peepers 13th, Brandon Newby in 14th, Clay Kirchenbauer in 15th. But remember, Clay stopped as they got the 1 to go to top off on fuel, trying to see if he can stretch it and play a strategy move here. Russell Worth now up into 16th, Brody Green in 17th, Lance Spawnberg is 18th, Ryan McDaniel a lap down in 19th. Huge shout out to Ryan. I know he's got a couple of fingers injured coming into this race, still managing to be out here and get it done. Gitter looks like he is content to sit in second place for now. Jacob Morgan in 5th gets a big run off into 3. He is trying to get right to Viken's bumper. Pudge has a problem. I'm not sure if Pudge got loose. There he comes through 3 and 4. Oh, he pushes up into the wall. The car snaps loose, almost ends up on pit road. Keeps his foot and it gets it back up on the front stretch. Pudge has even more ground to make up now. He has drifted back to 15th after that incident. Gardner continues to lead, but Gitter not letting him get away here. Swafford sitting about 0.6 of a second back. Morgan back in 4th place now, has gotten past Viken. Viken about to have his hands full. Richie Joplin has gotten by Tyler Ott. He is now in 6th. Scott now in 7th. Goodpaster back in 8th. PJ Cox in 9th. Colby Whipple in 10th. Whipple kissing the wall off turn 2. And look who is charging again. Jeremy Edwards. After that brutal incident earlier, now back up to 11th. Patrick Pieper holding on to 12th place. We haven't seen him slip sliding away in several laps. Let's see how he does off of 2. Managing to hold it as Edwards looks underneath Whipple for 10th. Oh, a little bobble out of Whipple as he tried to run it back down the track and get some momentum off 4. Clay Kirchenbauer, after that late pit stop, comes out, restarted in 18th, already up to 13th, and running down Whipple and Pieper here. Does have a couple extra laps of fuel in that car. Will that make a difference here? He did say, given the opportunity, he would try some crazy pit strategies to see if... Oh, caution is out! Newbie is involved. Looks like Newbie may have clipped the apron there, gets loose. Pudge barely makes it by. Wow, what a close call. They are not within the pit window. Oh, what the heck? What just happened? Newbie was still having some sort of a problem. He got 2 of the championship contenders. Let's watch Newbie's entire incident here and see. I have to wonder if that steering was damaged and he just couldn't get control of the car. Newbie backs it up into the... does not touch anything. He holds the brakes. Oh, when he tried to get going, the back end just doesn't want to give him any grip. Looks like he was just having trouble getting going. He finally gets rolling, and the car breaks loose right in front of the leaders. Newbie has towed to pit road. All the drivers are on pit road. 4 tires and fuel. Looks like Gardner and Gitter are okay. See if we can get a quick word with Richie Joplin, another one of the playoff hopefuls. Hey, Richie, it's Doug. You got me, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Hey, had a little excitement there for a moment.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I'll move back up to the front here. I don't know if I got anything for them. The cars are really loose. A lot of fun to drive. Just working my way up there, trying to make the top 5 so I can race for a championship next week.
Well, man, you've had a great charge through the field so far, and obviously the car being loose, it seems like you haven't struggled as much as some drivers have here tonight.
I struggled on the second stage. I got in the wall, got some damage. It was a handful after that. I think I finished 11th in that. I can't remember, but it's a handful. It's a lot of fun.
Well, good luck, man. You're having a great run so far. Obviously, a very, very close battle between you and Whipple to get into that top 5.
Yes, it is. I like Whipple, so I like the challenge. You know, he can come up here and race with me anytime.
Well, good luck tonight, buddy. A great run so far.
Thank you.
Richie Joplin came into tonight tied for 5th in points. Currently 5th on track. The driver he tied with, Colby Whipple, sits in 11th. Jacob Morgan, probably the best run of the playoff contenders, the guys that are outside the top 5 fighting their way in. Morgan currently runs in 4th, came in tonight 9th in points, but the gap from 9th up to 5th place, 9 points. So Morgan doing exactly what he needs to do here tonight. As they stack back up for the restart, Gardner and Gitter have the front row, Swafford and Morgan on the second. Richie Joplin, Tyler Ott on the third row, Blake Veek and PJ Cox on the fourth, Jeffrey Goodpaster, Jeremy Edwards round out your top 10. Ryan McDaniel is back on the lead lap, although the car is still damaged. He is currently in 16th. Clay Kirchenbauer looks like he just topped off on fuel again, comes out in 17th. Brody Green currently 18th. Brandon Newby has retired from the race. Pace car gets ready to drop in. Pace car is in. Gardner controls it. He fires and Green in the air. Gardner quickly jumping to the high side. Swafford trying to make a move on the bottom. Swafford under Gitter for second. Morgan's going to try and follow him through. Couple of close calls. Look like they're off turn 2 as they come down the back straightaway into turn 3. Gitter managing to hold him off, stays in second. Swafford in third. Morgan in fourth. Oh, we've got a wreck. Colby Whipple's involved. I think I saw Blake Veek and Jeremy Edwards. No, there's the caution. Out of turn 4 they come, and Edwards gets loose. Collects Goodpaster and Whipple. Whipple and Goodpaster nowhere to go. Whipple tried to turn down early to avoid it. Just broke loose on his own. Jeremy Edwards has towed to pit road. Colby Whipple, significant damage to that car. Brandon Newby, with his retirement, is out of the running for the championship next week. Colby Whipple has to get that car fixed and get back out to have any shot at it. Nowski back in the top 10. Let's see if we can talk to him. Hey, Pudge, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug. What's up, man?
Hey, it's been kind of an up and down night for you tonight.
Yeah, it has. This is probably the toughest race any of us had to do all year, and I'm kicking myself for not making this like the second race of the season instead of here to make it into the championship race. So that's up.
Well, it is putting on one heck of a show tonight, but I have to ask, man, you have fought your way back a couple of times now. You're currently sitting in 10th, a long way to go. Can you get up there and keep yourself in the playoff hopes?
Oh, man, I'm really going to push hard and try here. We tried a couple of different theories and scenarios over the last 50 laps, and I think we got something to get up there, but I think we shot ourselves in the foot with a stage point, so we got to, it's a winner done. We got to win.
Well, good luck. Hopefully we see you in victory lane, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy.
Pudge, obviously, despite the adversity tonight, as always, Pudge in a great mood. Colby Whipple back out on track, currently in 16th. Looking to see if he has gotten all, yep, he did get all the damage repaired, so he's still got a shot here. Clay Kirchenbauer also looks like he went to pit road again, likely topping off on fuel. No, Clay got 4 tires in fuel. Worth noting, Ryan McDaniel now up to 14th. We're going to have to watch this closely. I did say earlier on it looked like he was playing it safe in the first couple of stages. Obviously had that incident in stage 2, but since the drop of the green for stage 3, he has been steadily working his way forward. Gardner has the lead getter on the outside. Swafford and Morgan on the second row. Tyler Hunt, Richie Joplin on the third. Blake Veek and PJ Cox have the fourth row. Patrick Pieper and Pudge Nowski round out your top 10 as they get ready to go green here. One more time. Just over 40 laps to go. Do not believe anybody can make it from here on fuel. Most of the drivers saying 34 to 36 laps. Everybody should hit the window about lap 95. Actually, about lap 90. So in about 8 more laps, we could see final pit stops begin if somebody decides to try and short pit here. Pace car is in. Here we go. Gardner in control. He fires. Green is back in the air. Pudge quickly moves his way up into ninth as he sets his sights towards the front. Said he has found something in that last stage. Can he get up there and get it done? Richie Joplin said he's trying to stay in the top 5 to make sure he stays in it. But Jacob Morgan doing what he has to do. Currently runs in 4th. Morgan has battled his way up a couple of times. Started in 15th, now runs in 4th. Came into tonight 9th in points. Five drivers advance to the championship next week. Gardner and Kirchenbauer were locked in coming into tonight. Based on the stage 1 win, Patrick Gitter has himself in on points. As they run right now, Justin Swafford currently sits in 2nd place. He would put himself in, leaving one more spot. Swafford, though, not going to settle for second place. Looks like he might have something for Gardner here. And Ryan McDaniel is coming. Excuse me, Ryan McDaniel is coming alive. He is now up to 12th and running down Goodpaster in 11th. If Ryan McDaniel's mom is watching tonight, that four-leaf clover you got him seems to be paying off tonight. Jeffrey Goodpaster sitting in 11th, Pudge in 10th. Patrick Pieper in 9th seems to have a better grip on the car. Stage 1, he was drifting that thing all over the place. Crew 1 and 2 seems to have a hold of it for the moment. He did tell me, Tina, that he was holding that, or he had the four-leaf clover on him at work today, and he's attributing that to keep still having his fingers, so obviously that pays off. I bet he does not ever let go of that thing. Richie Joplin coming by for 5th. Blake Viken now back to 6th. Tyler Ott in 7th. Jacob Morgan sits 4th, trying to run down the top 3. Swafford has drifted back to 3rd as Gitter now to 2nd. Swafford holds 3rd, Morgan in 4th. Still a battle going on for 5th as Blake Viken rather, comes back by Richie Joplin. Tyler Ott lurking right behind, as is PJ Cox. PJ Cox, another driver trying to race his way in here tonight. And all the drivers are now within the fuel window. Oh, Richie has a little bobble off turn 4. Blake Viken and Richie Joplin have been battling it out the last couple of laps. They're Tyler Ott in the mix as well. Tina, that is hilarious. Jacob Morgan now starting to run down Justin Swafford for 3rd. Gitter and Gardner pulling away. Gitter has reclaimed the lead. Gardner, with his win 2 weeks ago, ended up tying Patrick Gitter. Both drivers have 7 wins on the season. Justin Swafford, 3 wins on the season. Clay Kirchenbauer finally getting to victory lane last week after 8 second-place finishes and 8 third-place finishes. The week before, he had actually finished 2nd and was frustrated by that finish because he had finished 2nd so many times. Now looking to get back to victory lane here tonight has been playing a little bit of fuel strategy here. Jacob Morgan currently sits in fourth, trying to get to Justin Swafford. Oh, Gardner way loose off two. Speaking of loose off the turns, we haven't checked in on Patrick Pieper in a while. Well, let's see how he does in 3 and 4. Again, you got to give Pieper credit. He was literally drifting it around Homestead during that first stage. How he held on to that car is beyond me. Goodpaster now in 10th, Pudge in 11th, Ryan McDaniel in 12th, closing the gap on Pudge, just 1 second behind him. Colby Whipple, after that incident, causing the last caution, is now up to 13th, trying to fight his way back. Kirchenbauer, however, has caught him. Whipple loose off turn 4. I have a daughter. Oh, Whipple gets the wall off too and drops to the bottom. One of my 4 daughters, Tina, has just about given me a heart attack 100 times. Kirchenbauer comes back by. He is now up to 13th. Whipple in 14th. Whipple not done. He's fighting back. Clay is locked into the playoffs coming into tonight, but Whipple is not. Whipple came in tied for 5th with Richie Joplin. Kirchenbauer trying to cross back over onto the bottom. Oh, Whipple gets loose again through 3 and 4. Gitter still in the lead. Gardner still has 2nd. Swafford in 3rd. Morgan has been unable to do anything with Justin Swafford so far. But remember, they all have to make one more stop. Blake Beacon now in 5th. Richie Joplin now in 6th. Tyler Ott in 7th. PJ Cox back in 8th is actually closing in on Tyler Ott, Richie Joplin, and Blake Beacon. Patrick Pieper in 9th place. Jeffrey Goodpaster currently in 10th. Pudge sits in 11th. Ryan McDaniel in 12th. Continues to run him down. Clay Kirchenbauer now in 13th, closing in on both of them. Jacob Morgan gets by Swafford, takes 3rd. Swafford looks to the outside, can't get there. Now Swafford's going to go under. No, Swafford bobbles. Man, both of them managed to hold on to it. And Swafford reclaims 3rd place from Jacob Morgan. Blake Beacon back in 5th, closing down with Richie Joplin and Tyler Ott in tow. PJ Cox still holding 8th. 9th place is Pieper. Pudge sits in 10th. Oh, McDaniel has a problem off the turn. McDaniel was looking low under Goodpaster. He gets him into 1 and 2. Ryan McDaniel has crashed. See how this started as he comes down towards turn 3 after just having gotten past Goodpaster, setting his sights on Pudge. A little loose through 3 and 4, a lot loose out of 4. Manages to hold on to it for the moment. And oh, just gets a little too much. Into 1, gets the outside wall. And here we go. Green flag stops are underway. PJ Cox is in. Patrick Pieper, Russell Worth, Lance Spawnberg, Ryan McDaniel, all on pit road. Final pit stops. Here come the leaders. Gitter almost clips the barrels. Swafford to the lead. Richie Joplin is in. Jacob Morgan is in. And now we see if Kirchenbauer's fuel strategy pays off. Clay Kirchenbauer now to 30 was topping off on fuel every time the caution came out. Swafford and Ott now to pit road. If Kirchenbauer stays out, he'll claim the lead. And he is not coming to pit road. Clay Kirchenbauer now has the lead with Brody Green in second. Patrick Gitter now to third, Gardner to fourth. Swafford coming off pit road. Swafford comes off in fifth. Remember, the top two have not pitted yet. No speeding penalties during that caution, or during that round of stops. Clay Kirchenbauer trying to see how far and what he can do with this fuel strategy. Once he does pit, he will have the freshest tires out there. Clay's fastest lap, 32.81 last time by, 32.58. Obviously, roughly 2 seconds of tire fall off during that run. So once he comes back out, he might have a bit of an advantage, but he has to be careful not to lose too much time. Oh, we've got a car loose. Trying to see who the heck just got massively loose. Wasn't Tyler Ott. Tyler was coming off of pit road. Kirchenbauer continuing to stretch the fuel here. He's got a 4-second lead over Brody Green, last stopped on lap 82. That would be a 43-lap run if he could go to the distance. Most of the drivers said 36 laps was the max. Could he save enough fuel here? Gitter, Gardner currently sit 3rd and 4th, Swafford in 5th. Morgan in 6th. Beacon in 7th, PJ Cox in 8th, Richie Joplin in 9th, Tyler Ott sits 10th. Oh, Kirchenbauer, the tire's really going away as he gets passed by everybody on fresher tires. Gitter currently less than 10 seconds behind on those fresh tires. Gaining quickly, now 8.5 seconds. Brody Green just ahead, also on old tires, has not been to pit road. Kirchenbauer goes by pit road again. He'll get 10 to go here. Brody Green sits in 2nd. Can he go the distance? Ryan McDaniel right behind the leader, but he is on fresh tires looking to get one of his laps back here. Brody Green has come to pit road. How much longer can Clay stay out? Not coming in this time either. Gitter and Gardner now 4.25 seconds back with 8 to go. Last time by, they were 1.5 seconds faster than Clay Kirchenbauer. Ryan McDaniel getting one of his laps back from Kirchenbauer here. And here comes Whipple to put himself back on the lead. Oh! Holy cow! McDaniel has crashed off turn 4. McDaniel just gets loose right in front of the leader. How Whipple avoided that is beyond me. A hard hit for Ryan McDaniel. And what looked like an awesome run here tonight comes to an end. Clay's lead now. Here come Gitter and Gardner. They have run down the leader. They're coming to 5 laps to go. Is Kirchenbauer gonna attempt to go the distance here? He is not coming to pit road. Gitter's gonna fly by on much fresher tires. Gardner just behind. He sets his sights on 2nd place. Swafford in 4th. Morgan in 5th. Gardner comes by Kirchenbauer now, takes second place. Swafford now in fourth as they run. Swafford is in the playoffs, as is Gitter. It now comes down to who's going to take that fifth slot. Richie Joplin, who came in tonight tied with Colby Whipple for fifth, currently running in ninth place. Jacob Morgan came in tonight ninth in points, but currently sits in fifth. Whipple sits in 13th, likely out. PJ Cox comes in tonight seventh in points, 5 points behind Richie and Colby. PJ trying to pick up another spot. Gitter gets 2 laps to go. This is going to be too close to call on the points. Tina, I get the same way when my girlfriend's racing. White flag is in the air for Patrick Gitter. Jeremy Gardner runs in second. Kirchenbauer holds on. Will he be able to go the distance on the fuel? He's got over a 1.5 second gap on Swafford in fourth. And Morgan in fifth. And Gitter leads him out of turn 4, his 8th win of the season. Patrick Gitter is locked in. Gardner comes home in second. Kirchenbauer somehow stretches the fuel and comes home in third. Swafford comes home fourth and locks himself into the playoffs. The question is going to be, who is number 5? Hopefully Newbie or Pudge can get us that answer, and we can post it tomorrow morning as Gardner. Let's talk to our top 3. Hey Clay, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey Doug, how's it going?
Hey, by my numbers, you last pitted on lap 82.
That sounds right.
So you did a 43 lap run. Are you out of fuel just coasting right now?
Oh yeah, I'm out.
That is an impressive fuel run there at the end, man. What a great way to pull this one off.
Yeah, thanks. I figured out real early that I was just not fast tonight. And I hung with Gitter on freshies for like 4 or 5 laps, and then it was like gone. So I figured this was my only shot, and I was dropping the clutch every corner from the time we went green. So, I mean, I coasted across the line. I almost gave up there.
Well, man, you're locked into the playoffs, and obviously you came in locked in. Next week, a big week. Can you get your first title here next week?
Man, I hope so. I've been really close on plate races. Even dating back to last year, it's been close. So, you have to win one, but I've been second on the last lap about 4 times. So, we'll see what happens.
It's going to come down to who's in front of you, and that when you come home second next week.
Yeah, no kidding.
Congratulations, Clay. That was an epic fuel run.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, Jeremy Gardner comes home in second. Jeremy, that was one heck of a run, and you and Gitter had one heck of a battle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My car fell off that stage. I don't get it.
Well, you obviously were locked in coming in, but the second place finish and a stage win definitely going to help going into that final race.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's 4 or 5 top 3s now in a row, so that's momentum for the last race. I still want to punch Pudge in the face for putting it at Daytona, but we're not going to talk about that.
Well, man, you've had an awesome season. 7 wins going into the last race of the season. Obviously locked in. You're running for a title and another second place finish. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
And finally, let's talk to our winner. And get her 8th win of the season, setting a new record.
Man, I don't know, man. I felt like I was in the drought there for a little while, so I'm just happy to get one tonight. It was not easy, man. These things were loose. Especially out of 2, was fighting Gardner most of the race. Swafford had a hell of a restart on that last restart after the last caution, so had to get past him to get up to Gardner, and after that it was just, I mean, I knew it was going to be a battle between the two of us, so just a good run, fun race.
Well, obviously you had that big points gap coming into tonight, I believe 60 points, but there was still a very slim mathematical possibility of not making the playoffs. And obviously with the stage win at the first, did you take a deep breath and relax at that point?
I know, right? Yeah, I mean, the stage points are huge, especially, I mean, they're huge all year, but especially in the playoffs, man. It's just, I mean, it's just like what we watched in the Cup Series, man. The playoff stages are huge in this league, so a little bit of weight off the shoulders, but I think at this point it was just last 2 races, it's about making a statement. I mean, the guys that make it into the playoffs have got to show that they can run up front, they can be consistent, so I think that was what it was about tonight.
Well, man, congratulations. It was an awesome run. Looking forward to, I know everybody has said since the beginning of the season they're not letting you win another championship. It may be hard to stop you at Daytona next week.
Man, that's going to be wild. We were talking about it a little bit just in the race chat. Daytona is going to be nuts for a championship. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's the equalizer. Everybody's got a shot. So who knows what's going to happen.
Well, congratulations and good luck in the championship race.
All right. I appreciate it. Thanks, Doug.
Patrick Gitter gets his 8th win of the season. Gardner is locked in. Kirchenbauer is locked in. Gitter is locked in. Swafford is locked in. Now the question is, who's going to be number 5? As soon as we know, we'll post it on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all the things. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. Look for potentially some streams over the next few nights in car, and who knows what kind of fun we could have. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. Championship race next week. We'll see you then.